Wide open layup. Good.
Ford got it. Here's Gage for a three. Yeah! That one's good, baby.
Alabama is 0-0. Georgia, 0-0. We are tied with Alabama right now in basketball in the SEC. Let's take it from there.
That is a silver lining.
That is the all-time.
Opinion right there, baby.
All-time silver lining.
All right, I like it. And, you know, if you really want to simplify it, Chuck, we've been very good this year when we hold teams to 70 points or less. We had our first loss of the season last Saturday in South Carolina, but we're 14-1. When they play good defense and hold teams under 70 points, Georgia wins the game.
But we've got to shoot the basketball better than we have the last couple of weeks. We've got to knock down these open threes. Look, Mike White can do everything for you but shoot. I mean, he can draw up the plays and get you open, but then it's up to you to knock it down. And that's what we haven't been doing recently.
LSU could comply. They've struggled scoring the basketball as well against conference opponents. They come in dead last in scoring at under 64 points a game. And like Georgia, they have given up a lot. And Georgia's run really kind of came unraveled in that statistical category when we played Alabama and Arkansas back-to-back in the last few games of the season.
And listen, that skewed the stats. There's no doubt about it. That those two games back-to-back really skewed the stats. But, look, nevertheless, we've got to do a better job defensively. I think the coaching staff would tell you that. I think the players would tell you that. They know it. They look at the video. They see what the mistakes they make. And we have got to play better defense, and then we have got to make open shots. And by the way, open shots doesn't just mean the three, although that's certainly helpful. We got to make layups, too. We've missed an inordinate number of layups, and we've got to start finishing at the rim as well as knocking down the three.
LSU has a couple of good layup guys in Derek Fountain and KJ Williams. The thing about Williams that scares you at 6'10 and 250 is he can step out and shoot threes. He's a 42% three-point shooter. He's hit 54 this year. He's the second leading scorer in the Southeastern Conference, and he's one of the top rebounders as well.
And, Scott, that's something we don't have. We don't have a guy that's 6'10 or 6'11 or 6'9 or 6'8.
Rim protector.
Yeah, that can step outside and knock down threes. Now, you know what? I'm amazed, and I will tell you something. This is something you and I haven't talked about. But one of the things in watching this league this year is how many teams do have that. They do have a big guy that can also step outside and hit three-point shots.
Dogs in white tonight, LSU in purple. Our tip is brought to you by Northside Hospital, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal with expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more. You can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital. Pat Adams, our lead official, with the ball in his hand. He'll toss it up, will tip, and Georgia will control. M.A. Moncrief winning the opening tap. Georgia with possession, drops it off to him. M.A. dribbles with the right hand, shot clock at 8. One-handed pass to Bridges, works against K.J. Williams. Splits the double team, passes across the lane to M.A.
Wow.
Misses the first attempt, but as the ball's rolling off the rim, he taps it back up and in.
And that was exactly what I was talking about. We missed a point-blank layup. Fortunately, he recovered and tapped it in.
Here in the SEC tournament, McBride for three. Scan a three by M.A. from the left wing. That's a good sign. M.A. or rather Mardrez McBride with the three early on to put the Dogs up 5-2.
And we needed that. I mean, that's what we were talking about, a wide open three, and that time we knocked it down.
A freshman from Dayton, Ohio. Roberts feeds it into Bridges, give it back to Terry. He curls around, drives down the lane, reverse lay-in good, or a windmill shot from the right side. Dogs with the possession now. Down a dozen, got to start pecking away.
Georgia was in a zone defense and worked real well, kind of caught the Tigers a little off guard.
Roberts on the drive to draw the attention and the defense in, and then sends it to Moncrief on a bounce baseline pass, and M.A. lays it up and in. Second basket of the game for Moncrief. First points of the second half. It's a 10-point LSU lead. Getting instructions from the Georgia bench, and head coach Mike White now goes into motion. Stops at the elbow, skips it into Bridges. He baseline spins, jump hook, good with the left hand, Braylon. Second basket of the game for Bridges. It's an 8-point LSU lead, 42-34. Hill into the paint, zigzags, reverse, pivot, puts it up, spins it home. Oh, my goodness.
Underneath the 7-footer.
Justin Hill with the bucket to make it 48-40.
3 straight possessions we've had without a bucket.
Hayes with the drive. Holt with a block. Juice with a rejection. Dogs run it the other way. Jabri for 3. Yeah! Left corner 3. Jabri Abdur-Rahim. That's a Scana Energy 3-point basket, and that draws the Dogs within 5. Rebound on the right baseline. Abdur-Rahim for the Dogs. He feeds Hill. Takes it across the timeline. Going to the basket. They let him. Oh, wow, they blocked the shot off the glass. No call there. Dogs get the deflection, and Bridges is going to put it up and in and score.
You got it down to a 1-possession game now.
Dogs ball. They go to Moncrief at the foul line. Jumps high to catch it. Drops it down low to Bridges. About a 6-foot pass down on the right block, and Braylon scores at point-blank range.
Well,
in double figures now with 11.
Braylon's having a good night in there.
6:39, clock ticking. LSU by 5 with the ball. Hannibal no looks into the corner to Williams, and he almost throws it away. He does. Roberts with the pickoff and a dunk on the other end.
Well, I'm so glad he dunked that. I didn't know if he could see that defender coming behind him. I think if he'd have laid it up, they might have blocked it.
Roberts, ooh, goodness, with a push-off. He kind of caught the chin of Miller there. Got to be careful, Terry. Bridges has it on a bounce pass over to Jabri for 3 in the tie. Good. We've caught him. 57 apiece. A Scana 3 by Jabri.
Well, that 12-point Hill looked like we'd never get up on top.
57-57.
That they've gotten off us tonight.
Hill, free throw, all net, puts the Dogs in front temporarily.
Out of
60 to 59.
Out of 15 offensive rebounds. 15 offensive rebounds.
That's kind of been a bugaboo for the Dogs this season. And Hill sinks both foul shots to get into double figures and give the Dogs a 2-point lead, 61-59. Our biggest lead of the game has only been 3 at 7-4 early on. Now the Dogs are up 2 here late. Miller for 3, connects, and we foul him. 4-point play opportunity coming for LSU. Unbelievable. 11 points tonight for Phillips, a season best for a guy who averages less than 1. Hill takes his man to the basket, shoots and banks it home under the bucket, and he got fouled. Justin Hill.
How did he get that to go? How did he get that to go?
LSU answers. The Dogs come right back with their own answer. Shoots it with 3 on the clock. Won't go. Offensive rebound, LSU. They miss, and there's the big 7-footer Hill with the one-handed jam on the follow.
And they're looking to see. That may well have been offensive goaltending. That ball was still within the cylinder when he slammed it back. Look, watch this.
We're looking at the replay as...
Yep, see that ball's still in the cylinder. That's offensive goaltending. That'll be no basket.
Well, that basket, which will count for LSU, gives Phillips 13 points. Holt puts it on the floor around the 3-point line, gives it into Braylon Bridges. He fakes to the baseline, shoots in the paint. Phillips blocks his shot. He gets the ball back. He's mugged under the basket, loses the ball out of bounds. They'll give it to LSU.
Well, they weren't going to call a foul, were they?
Pushes up the second foul shot. It's good. He's got 14 points. Dogs got to work quickly. Down 5. Hill to Roberts. Deep left slot 3. Too deep. Won't go. Bridges rebound. Over to Hill for a 3. That's no good, and that's the ballgame. LSU wins and advances. And they end Georgia's season with a 72-67 win here in Nashville in the first round of the SEC tournament.
Well, give the Dogs credit for really staging a comeback. And I mean a good, solid, hard comeback, because they were down 12 points in the first half. And as I mentioned going in at halftime, there was nothing about their game that you liked in the first half. Offensively, defensively, handling the ball, rebounding the ball, nothing was going well for the Georgia Bulldogs. They went in there, they corrected the mistakes, came back and actually took a lead. Had a short lead here in the second half.
We led a couple of times in the second half.
But just could not hold off the LSU Tigers. And when they look back, they're going to see what really did them in was allowing LSU all those second chance opportunities where time after time Georgia could not get the defensive rebound.
Second chance points.
25-4. That's a 21-point
Wow.
swing. That's a big margin.
Oh,
but
my goodness.
it killed us in the first half. It was 16, I believe, 16-2 or 16-4 in the first half, and ended up at what was it, 25-4.
25-4. Second chance points, yeah.
So I mean that tells you everything you need to know about what decided this game and why Georgia is packing up for the season and LSU is headed to tomorrow.